As we get started with our journey together in Photoshop, I want to make sure that we are all using the correct color space, also known as the correct mode for the colors that we will be using. So what I want you to look at is up here in the upper left-hand corner of my screen. You'll notice that I've got this PSD set up and I've got something that says RGB/8. RGB is the mode that you're working in. The mode is also known as a color space. RGB is the amount of colors that can be generated through red, green, and blue light. Now we will get into this later in the semester when we're working more with color itself, but for now we need to make sure that your document setup is working perfectly. Some of you may see CMYK up there rather than RGB, and we need to fix that right now. So this is great practice. I want everybody to do this. Come up to Image, and I want you to come down to Mode. The flyout menu is going to show you all the different choices that you can have. You can have just grayscale, which means black and white. You can have indexed color, RGB, CMYK, lab color, multi-channel. These are your different color spaces. Okay. Down below here is kind of magical. We don't talk a whole lot about that in our web programs because we tend to use everything that is in a 72 pixels per inch and 8 bits on a channel. The 8 bits talks about how much information your particular file can store. So it's not a whole lot of information compared to a 16-bit channel or a 32-bit channel. The more detail you want in your artwork, the higher you want the bits per channel to be period, okay? So if you're doing artwork, you're going to want to choose CMYK color for 300 ppi and 32 bits per channel because you need lots of information inside your graphic. The downside of choosing something like that is the file is going to be really big. For our purposes, again, web design for today, we are going to be using 8 bits per channel and RGB color. So make sure both of those things are selected. Okay, we'll look more into those particular topics a little bit later in the semester. See you guys in the next movie.